does anyone even care? Honestly. Does anyone even care about the Super Showdown in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia? I sure don't. But I'm a dedicated wrestling fan, so let's go over it. Apparently there's some kind of 50-man battle royal. They haven't even said who's even in this bloody thing. So I'm not even going to predict the winner for that battle royal. I hope it's someone like a Buddy Murphy, but knowing WWE, it's probably going to be one of their favorites. But I don't care. Like Drew McIntyre will probably win that battle royal. You know, I don't care. They ain't even said who's even in it, so why should I care? If they're not even going to tell us who's in that 50-man battle royal, then why should we care? They announced the pre-show match. They announced the Usos versus the Revival. Gee, I wonder who's going to win this match. Because the last time these two versed, the Revival won. Typical 50-50 booking will come back and will strike again. The Usos are going to win. Lars Sullivan versus the Lucha House Party. Again, does anyone care? Seriously, I don't understand why they even go to Saudi anymore. I literally don't. I don't even know why. It's boring. It's unnecessary. The match card, they seem to have a shitty... They seem to put on shit-ass match cards all the freaking time. Every time they come to these events, man. This one's predictable. Lars Sullivan wins. The only way this match will shock the living hell out of me is that if the Lucha House Party pin Lars Sullivan clean. But I know that's not happening. Triple H versus Randy Orton. This match was just done for the sake of pleasing the Saudi government. I don't care for this. And this is me boy, Randy Orton. A match that involves my boy, Randy Orton. And I don't even care. WWE had no time to build this match. They just put it together just for the sake of putting it together. Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. Again, why should we care about this? This is going to be the most boring pay-per-view we're ever going to witness. This shows you how uninterested I am in these shows. I heard a report going around that WWE flew Natalya and Alexa Bliss to Saudi just to try and convince them to try and get the women to wrestle. Braun Strowman wins, man. Braun Strowman's going to beat Bobby Lashley. Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon. Again, why should I care about this match? We have had 8 weeks. We've seen so much of Shane McMahon since he's become a heel. Way too much Shane McMahon. This wildcard rule is downright disgusting. This wildcard rule is downright disgusting. The fact that we see Shane McMahon every single week is nauseating. The fact that it's the same thing with him over and over and over again. I just don't care. This match is so predictable. Roman Reigns is winning. Roman Reigns is winning. They were building Shane up. They had Shane beat Miz twice just to build him up as the best in the world, and only for him to crumble at the hands of Roman Reigns. I just don't care. I just don't care. Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin? Why? Look, I don't want Brock Lesnar to cash in either. I don't want Brock Lesnar to cash in. I really don't. But I have a feeling they are, and they're probably just going to give him the Universal Championship again. I hope I'm wrong, but I got that bad feeling. Seth Rollins. I hope Seth Rollins beats Baron Corbin. Finn Balor versus Andrade. This is probably the only match I'm interested in. This is probably the only match I'm interested in. And again, the fact that it has had no build. It's had no build. I mean, this is why you can't have pay-per-views right after another pay-per-view. We literally had Money in the Bank 2 weeks ago, right? We literally had Money in the Bank 2 weeks ago. Finn Balor was off TV for 2 weeks. And then all of a sudden you bring him back and now you want to hype up his match with Andrade? I'm interested in this match because I know Balor and Andrade can wrestle. But again, through build standpoints, you've had no build to it. The only match that has had the most build is Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler. And Roman and Shane. They're the only two matches that has had the most build. Every other match has either had no build whatsoever or just one segment building their match. Orton and H had one segment. Goldberg Taker, they had one segment. Braun and Lashley had one segment. Finn and Andrade had one segment. Seth and Corbin barely had any. But Seth and Corbin isn't even a Seth and Corbin feud. It's more Seth is worried about Brock. That's what it basically is. It's basically Seth is worried about Brock, and he just doesn't care about Corbin. Usos and Revival was just announced. Lars Sullivan Lucha House Party? Who the hell gives a shit about that match? Seriously, man. This show's gonna be shit. I can already tell. This show's gonna be shit. Finn Balor versus Andrade? Yeah, this is the only match I'm probably gonna be interested in. Finn Balor's gonna win. Because he's the demon, he's gonna beat Andrade. And finally, guys, the final match. Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, you can tell how uninterested I am in this bloody Saudi Arabian pay-per-view. Yeah, I'm supposed to be excited for this pay-per-view. More blood money coming to Vince McMahon's way, man. You wanna know what's the most funny thing? The hype for Pokemon Sword and Shield. 2 days ago, 2 days ago, when the Pokemon Direct happened. 2 days ago, the hype building up to that Pokemon Direct for Pokemon Sword and Shield that I literally watched 2 days ago was more exciting and had more hype behind it than this piece of shit show called Super Showdown in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And if you saw those videos that I did on Pokemon, you could tell how excited I was. My dedication to Pokemon is astounding. And the fact that I'm sitting here at 12:46 in the morning, where I should be in my bed sleeping, making a video talking about Saudi Arabia's pay-per-view. Actually, I haven't even talked about Goldberg and Taker, so this is not the last match I'm going to talk about. Kingston and Ziggler. You know, this is probably the one match that has had the most build. Outside of Roman and Shane. This is probably the other match that has had the most build. I hope these two give us a great match. But again, at the end of the day, do I care? No. Sure, I'm happy that Kofi Kingston has realized his dream and he's the WWE champion. But I feel like the fans are gonna. I feel like the fans are. I feel like there's gonna come to a point where the fans are just gonna stop caring about Kofi. And I hope that doesn't happen, man. I think the seeds are being planted for Big E's heel turn. I think it's clearly being planted that Big E's gonna turn heel. It's either Kofi loses the title and then the heel turn happens, or the heel turn happens while he's still champion. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that Kofi Kingston's going to win this match. He's going to defeat Dolph Ziggler. Hopefully they give us a great match. And and this is just a big prediction. I bet you Goldberg and Undertaker is going to be the main event. Goldberg and Undertaker is going to be the main event of this pay-per-view, man. And who do I think is winning? I don't even care. I'm just going to say The Undertaker. Yeah, this is probably the most uninterested I have ever been about a pay-per-view. Normally I'm excited. Normally I'm hyped. But this pay-per-view's had no build to it. Literally. Like I said, out of Shane, Roman, and Ziggler, and Kofi, there's been no build. There's been barely been any build. Why should I care about this match? Why should I care about Goldberg and Undertaker? They're only doing this just to please the Saudi government. I doubt Alexa Bliss and Natalya get okayed to wrestle. Because like I said, there was a report saying that Vince flew them to Saudi just to hope for them to wrestle. I doubt they'll give them the clear to wrestle. But even if they do add Alexa and Natalya to the match card, it's not like it's going to make a difference. The show's still going to be suck. It's going to suck as hell. So anyway, guys, that's it, man. I'm out of here. Hit that like button if you guys liked how uninterested I was in this pay-per-view. Or how uninterested I am heading into this pay-per-view. And I bet you're just as uninterested as me. Comment your opinions down below about the event. And I'll see you all when I review this pay-per-view. See you guys then.